Hey, what's going on guys, Jake here, and as you can probably already tell from the title of this video, I'm going to be bringing you my iPhone 6 first impressions. So anyway, I chose to opt out of the pre-order and go and stand in line, and that's what I did yesterday, and I picked up this white 64GB iPhone 6. Now first off is the box. A lot of people have been talking about this, and yeah, this is it, very plain. When you open up the box, this is what you get, just like every other single unboxing. You get your literature, you get your wall charger, and then you get the lightning cable and the earpods. Now back a few months ago, I wasn't too sure if I liked the iPhone 6 design. Of course, we get to see the dummy units and the mock-ups of it, and I wasn't even sure if that was actually going to be its final design, and it actually happened to be that it's almost identical. So now that I've used it though for a day, I really do enjoy it. I love the rounded edges and the bigger screen. I've always wanted a bigger screen on my iPhone, and that's finally come true. One thing I don't like about it though are the antenna breaks, which everybody's complaining about, but most of the time people are wearing cases on their phones, so it's not that big of a deal. And I also love the power button being on the right hand side. Next up is the screen. This is a 4.7-inch 750p screen, and it is absolutely great. Now I know what you're thinking, 750p, what? That probably isn't the best. No, it's not. It's not 1080p like the Plus. I wish it were, but the screen is still good. One other thing I love about it is that it can go from so dark to so light. So whichever environment you're in, it can pretty much be visible in either or all. Something else that I love about the new iPhone 6 is the camera. Everything from the photos to the slow motion 240 frames per second videos. I can't wait to use it more, and coming from Android, I'm not saying their cameras are terrible, but the iPhones have always been better for me. So something you've probably heard a lot of people complaining about is the protruding lens on the back of the phone. For me, it's not that big of a deal because I'm going to be having a case on my phone for the most part. But I can see where some people are upset about this, as it would have some issues. But yeah, for me, not that big of a deal. So for those of you wondering about gaming, I really don't game too much on my iPhone. I hardly have any games at all, even on it. But if you want to play any type of game on this phone, it's definitely going to handle it, obviously, with the latest hardware and everything. So there's definitely no worries there. Most of the time when I'm using my iPhone, I'm usually just browsing through social media and reading some blogs and stuff. So like Flipboard, Reddit, Twitter, Instagram, Verge, all that stuff. Technology wise, and that is a lot of reading, so having this bigger display really does make that a lot better experience. Now something else that I've really actually I didn't expect to enjoy, but I do, is iOS 8, just iOS 8 in general. I wasn't a big fan of iOS 7, I didn't feel like it was polished very well, but I feel like iOS 8 finished what iOS 7 was supposed to be. And that's great. It just works. And that's something that Android doesn't always do. Don't hate on me for saying that. I just think the iPhone's a lot easier to use, and it just works. So prior to getting the iPhone 6, I was using the HTC One M8, and then before that I was using the Moto X. So I am definitely a fan of Android as well as iOS, and I honestly have no problem with either. I love them for both very different reasons, and maybe I'll touch on that in a different video. So anyway guys, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to leave a big thumbs up, and also go ahead and ask some questions if you have any, and I'll be sure to try and answer them down below. Thanks for watching everybody, and I'll be sure to catch you all in the next one.